got the surface of the racket face here, the strings parallel with the ground. And you got here, you got your hand parallel with the ground.
Right.
So you understand that your hand is parallel with the racket also, right? You put your hand right behind the racket. It's going to be parallel with the racket, right? Now just clamp it with your fingers and lift it up. So you understand that your hand is on the same plane of the racket face?
Right.
Okay. Close your finger. Right. Right on top of it. Right. Right on top of it. You can slide it back up and it matches, you see?
Right.
Now you close your fingers. Now, when you close your fingers, I love analogies, you know that. So I'm always going to be showing people things when I'm teaching, doing these other crazy examples that maybe they can visualize and, you know, use as an analogy. So, and sometimes I'm teaching an adult, and I'll say an example that I use for kids. And then the adult goes, twing, the light bulb goes up. Like, I really understand what you're saying, even though it's a kiddie example. So, I tell the little kids, the racket grip, it's like if it was a bird, a little bird. If you squeeze it too hard, you kill it, you hurt it. If you let it too loose, it might fly away. So you just gotta hold it firm enough that you have absolute control over it, without damaging it. If you're squeezing too hard, here's like, in a sense, you'll be always damaging your grip, your own hand. No, you don't want to do that. You want to feel comfortable with it. At the moment of impact, by nature, you're going to squeeze it a little bit more. So, the important thing is that if you open your hand right now, that's what I want you to open it, flat like a racket. It matches with the racket. See what I mean? It's in the same plane of the racket face. Open it again. Now, I'm going to bring it back here a little bit so you can understand, people can understand. Your brain is trying to wire itself to have the racket feel here for how high you hit the ball, right? If the hand corresponds with the racket head, then your brain is wiring the same relationship. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to hit the ball with the racket head more closed, your brain is going to know your hand has to be like this. It matches. Open for a lob, hit it over their head, your hand opens. So you see like they work together? Now let's say that instead of having the hand here, you have their hand on top of the racket, holding it like a hammer, continental, which is a fantastic grip for volleys and serves, but not for the forehand. First of all, when you hit the ball with a continental grip, I'm going to demonstrate it now, and you're going to try it. Bring the racket. Continental would be like holding it like a hammer, folks. You just hold it on top here. And now if he opens his hand like this, look, oh, now it's not in the back of the racket anymore. It's on top. Exactly. So now think about this. Hold the racket like this. Now, when he hits the ball, here we go. Let's think of the brain here. He's trying to hit the ball with the racket head more closed. So the brain has to know that when the racket wants to be closed, the hand has to be sort of like this-ish, kind of. And then when the racket has to be more open for a lob, the hand would have to be like this. It's a much harder, you know, relationship here, you see? Plus, if you want to hit the ball in front like we talked about, it's already hurting here, isn't it? Hyperextend, this is your hyperextend your tendon. And this is extending here. And, okay, I'm brought it way in front here, but look what happened with the racket face. It opened up. If I tell him close his racket face, he probably will say, I can't, or it hurts too much.
I can't do it.
Exactly.
Physically.
People have to, you know, really use the one their preference, you know, the Eastern, the semi-Western, and the Western.
Right.
Eastern, semi-Western, Western.
Right.
You can, either one of them, you can have the wrist cocked and have the racket out in front.
Yep.
Easily do the windshield wiper. Let's do it with the Eastern.
Okay.
Cock back, out in front.
Hello, say hi. Yep.
Semi-Western, Western. Either way. Now with continental, it becomes a little hard to keep the racket closed now. But at the same time that it squeezes, it tends to act and hit too. So we're going to get to that in a little bit, but you're going to see that out of the three joints of the arm, this is not the joint that is directly responsible for hitting the ball. This is more the joint that's responsible for controlling the ball.
So we don't want this.
So you don't want to be doing this. When you use a lot of wrist, you accelerate the racket. There you go, you got that hard spot you want. But you lose control over where it's going. You know? your address, there becomes more of a region. The wrist is that joint that just wants to participate more than it's supposed to. I say, all right, wrist, you're going to hold our weapon here and have the right way to hold it. Okay, good, happy, all right. Not enough? All right. Besides holding the racket, you're going to be responsible for adjusting it. Feel. So when you hit the ball, it's not too open, too close. How much you cocked, forget the direction of the ball. So besides holding our weapon, the racket, you're going to also control how it works. Still not enough? You want to do something else? All right. I'm not going to let you hit, though. I'll let you put some action on the ball. Like coming up. So once you tell your wrist that he should do this, then he kind of settles down a little bit and doesn't want to do this as much. But if you don't make him do something, he's going to creep up on you, and here and there you're going to feel him. He just goes there, you know. It's human nature.